Depending on the artist, Gnort was always drawn differently. Sometimes he was drawn to look like a full dog, other times he was drawn to look like a humanoid dog. It'd have been pretty cool had he been part of like the planet of Plundar, and he was a good dog, and he went on to join the Green Lantern Corps. Hello, toy fans of the world! I have Thundercats Classics Jackalman. He's from the defunct MattyCollector toy collector line. I really love these figures, and I only have a couple more that I haven't opened up yet on camera, but I'm really hoping that Thundercats Classics will be picked up by Super 7 or maybe another company, and hopefully they will continue on, but at this point, we only have a few figures that were released from the sub. Overall, the packaging itself, I've always been a big fan of, too. I think they really put a lot of detail into it. I love this picture right here. The bio reads, "Loyalty is very important to Jackalman. Unfortunately, he's loyal only to himself. As a member of the Mutants, enemies of the Thundercats, Jackalman leads the Jackalman, a group of humanoid jackals from planet Plundar. Jackalman's real name is Kanar, and regardless of his name, there's no question that this scavenger is a conniving coward whose intentions can never be trusted, except when it comes to him using any means possible to destroy the Thundercats." Again, I'm loving the back images they've been using for the card arts. So enough about that, let's go and open this guy up. And here he is. He comes with two different weapons. One is a big axe, another is a big club. He also comes with interchangeable hands that are gripped slightly differently, although probably I'm just going to keep him with the hands he came with. I just like him the way they are, and I feel as though the weapons hold much better that way. Close-up of his first weapon, the club. I like the detail and design they put in, especially the spike popping out. But his big axe I like much more. I love the detail and design. I love that you can see that it's two tones of different types of gray, and the wooden base, they put in so much sculpt detail into it. Look at that face. I know some people online have been complaining about the sculpt, but personally I think they did a great job. Luckily too, his eyes are centered. Some of the eyes I've seen online has one eye going off in another direction, but I think the paint app that I got came out pretty good. He's got extra fur around his neck too. They added that in there to make it much more smooth going down to his hairy chest, to which all that fur is attached to his armor, which the fur is also attached to his shoulder piece as well. I always felt like the mutants should have had their own unique symbol on their chest similar to the Thundercats. I know Mumra has his own two snake symbol, but I feel like the mutants themselves needed one. Jackalman's arm guard always looked like it was the skin off of a cheetah or maybe a leopard. I always like to envision that maybe he killed a Thundercat and used part of their skin and hide to cover up one of his arms. Which, yeah, I know that's pretty brutal, but I mean, these guys have killed Thundercats, so I figure why not? The main components of the body are reused parts of Masters Universe Classics, so if you look at the joints, all of the different pieces are very similar. He can grip both weapons at the same time. I personally like him holding him this way. I also know some people online wanted him to have a movable mouth. That could have added a bit more look to him where you can have him pose in different ways, but I think it would have taken away from the sculpt. I like him looking like this. It looks like he's got painted toenails. Oh my god, look at that hairy ass chest. And a hairy back. Even though he's got the body and the same articulation as most of the Masters Universe figures that have come out, I'll go through his movement. First, he has movement in his head, upper arm movement, bicep movement, elbow movement, wrist movement, upper body movement, waist movement, upper leg movement, knee movement, shin movement, and ankle movement. All in all, really cool figure. I've only seen a few minor complaints here and there online. I think he came out pretty awesome. Finally, here's a quick shot of the other Classics figures that have come out up to this point. Like I said, hopefully Super 7 will pick these guys up and we'll be able to continue on with the line. Overall, Jackalman is pretty darn awesome. I'm happy with how he looks. I love his sculpt. I love the overall look and feel for him, and I really think that he is totally worth it. If you wanted to get him, he was available on MattyCollector.com, but I think now you can probably get him on eBay or Amazon or a couple other third-party sites, and he's not too expensive, so it's not going to be impossible for you to get him. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me in this video. Be sure to check out my Patreon site, my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh my god, after this, I'm only going to have 2 more Thundercat figures to open up. I'm going to be going through Thundercats Withdrawal.